Welcome to Mark's Tech Talk. In this video, we're going to show you how to draw an ANSI standard AND gate. ANSI is the standards organization that sets what the symbols look like. This is the standard symbol used in the United States, sometimes referred to as the IEEE standard. So we're going to look at a digital AND gate that's drawn to this standard. So we'll start out utilizing AutoCAD 2019, and this is a blank drawing in AutoCAD 2019. So what I always do when I start a drawing, the very first thing I do is to turn on Snap. And I can do that with a button on the lower right. It looks like a grid of dots. I click on that until it turns blue, and that turns on my Snap. And that means I can only choose certain points when I draw an object here, say for example a line. By constraining it to certain points, it's much easier to draw exactly a horizontal or vertical line. I want a bit more detail than AutoCAD allows by default, so I'm going to set the value of snap a little bit smaller than the default value. I do that by typing in the word snap, S-N-A-P, hit enter, and you'll see it comes up on your screen. The snap spacing is set to 0.5. I want to change that to decimal 25. 0.25 will be my snap spacing. Now I am ready to start my drawing. I'm going to start by utilizing the arc command. Everything we do in this video will be in the Home tab. So I select the Home tab, and then in the upper right, the fourth button over is the arc. And the default method of entering an arc is what we'll use, which is 3 points along the arc. So I'm going to choose as my first point the intersection of the heavy lines here, where the big blocks intersect. That will be my first point. Then I move to the right one large block and down one large block, and that becomes my second point. Then I go down one large block and to the left one large block, and that becomes my third point. So when I'm all done, I have drawn an arc that constitutes exactly half a circle. And that's important. You should have exactly half a circle, no more, no less. So it should be 2 large blocks high and 1 large block wide. Now I'm going to add some lines to complete the AND gate. So I choose the line command in the upper left, and I start at the end of the arc, or the beginning, whatever you want to call it, and I click there, and I'm going to move over 2 large blocks, and I'll click. Then I go down 2 large blocks, make sure I'm lined up vertically, and I click again, and then move to the right 2 large blocks, and that completes my AND gate. I hit escape to get out of the line command, and there it is. That's an AND gate. Now the only other thing you may want to do is to add leads, 2 leads or 4 leads on the input side, which would be simply some straight lines. And then you could do that on the output side for obviously the output. That also would be a straight line. What I would like to do now is to show you how do you add the circle to indicate a NAND gate. Remember, a NAND gate is drawn just like an AND, but we have a circle on the output. Well, the circle is also up in the upper left. So I click on circle, and the default circle says I should specify the center of the circle and then the radius. So I'm going to choose right in the center of the output side. I'm going to choose a dot there. That's exactly 1 small block away from the output of the AND gate. 1 small block. I'll click there. That's the center of my circle. Then I move my cursor to the left until I just touch the AND gate, and that will be the radius. And there is my NAND gate. So that is a ANSI standard way to draw a NAND gate. And again, the AND is same thing without the circle on the output. So that once you get that down, I would suggest you save that, and then whenever you need an AND or an AND, you can use the copy function, and you'll get a perfect one every time. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of Mark's Tech Talk. Stay tuned for more.